Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into, well, a really unique and, let's be honest, slightly bizarre corner of gaming history. We're taking a deep dive based on a fascinating YouTube video that looks at a classic 1992 Japanese video game, Dragon Ball Z3, Ressen Jinzōningen. Okay, so our mission today is to figure out why this game, which was the sequel to a pretty well-liked one, got such mixed reactions. We'll look at its new ideas, how surprisingly short it is, and some plot choices that are just truly bewildering. I'm really keen to unpack this one.
Exactly. And this dive is basically your shortcut to understanding this, niche but really revealing game. We'll focus on what made people both praise it and tan it and what that tells us about game design back then.
So, Dragon Ball Z3, it came out in 1992, hot on the heels of the successful Dragon Ball Z2. Gekishin Frieza. And here's the big hook for fans, really.
Yeah.
This was the very first Dragon Ball Z game to actually feature Super Saiyan Goku. That's massive.
Right. And narratively, it picks up, like immediately after the Frieza saga ends. You get Goku's Super Saiyan transformation after Krillin's death, leading right into the fight with Frieza. It hits that key moment.
And visually, there was a little upgrade, too. Enemy portraits finally had colored backgrounds, which was a nice change from the all-black ones in the previous game. Small detail, but noticeable.
But the core gameplay, that's where the big shifts are. It keeps the card battle system from Z2, sure, but with some really significant changes, almost fundamental ones.
Oh, absolutely. The card system got a major rework. For one thing, those specific B cards, gone. Now, any special move, a B skill, works if it just matches the character's style. And these skills split into two types. Normal ones, like little Kai blasts, cost no key. But the enhanced ones, you have to pick Gather Key first. That character can't move to the turn, so it's a trade-off.
Yeah, a strategic layer there. And speaking of shifts, here's a big one the source video highlighted. Battle Power, BP. Totally gone. Replaced entirely by Experience Points, EXP. Which, makes you think about game balance. Even the manga creators seemed to give up on tracking BP after Super Saiyans showed up, or it just got too crazy. So the game ditching it. What does that do to the difficulty of the progression?
Well, one immediate effect is combat gets a lot simpler. Bosses show their HP now, capped at just $9.99. And get this, even weaker characters like Gyatso can hit for a decent 40-50 damage. Plus, you can have up to 9 characters in your party, plus card support. It just makes bosses generally pretty easy.
And that companion system is quite clever, actually. You have 9 characters, okay, but only 3 fight. The second team is purely for support abilities, like Xiaozu. He can paralyze all enemies. Suddenly he's super useful. Or Tien, his 4 body punch hits everyone. Great for multiple enemies. It's really interesting how these, often overlooked characters become strategically vital here.
Right. And the cards themselves, wow, there's a ton of functions. You've got heart cards for recovery, Bulma for small HP, Masker Roshi medium, Connie large, Corindus recovers key, Senzubin is the best, obviously. Full HP and key, restore for 1 character, and Shenron revives someone. Lifesavers. Then the card icon cards. They manipulate things. Oolong duplicates a card. Pura boosts star values. King Emma sets a card's star value to Z, the max. Pretty powerful.
Then you have training cards for growth. Mr. Popo is like a little rhythm game for EXP. King Kai is putting jokes together. Apparently it's totally random, not skill-based, which is funny. And Chi-Chi is a higher or lower card game, up to 99.
Shoe cards are for movement. Ox King gives you 5 turns with no random fights. Nice. Bulma's dad gives EXP for steps before a fight, but Bulma's mom actually reduces your card values. A negative effect, watch out for that one.
And fist cards for combat boosts. Grandpa Gohan stuns enemies. Android 8 guarantees hits, but Guru doubles everyone's attack power for a turn. You absolutely need to save those for boss fights. Crucial.
Okay, last category, exclamation mark cards. Surprise events, can be good or bad. Fortune Teller Baba randomly changes your hand. One version of Android 8 actually freezes you for a turn. Bad news. Yajirobe can one-shot small fries, which is handy. Frieza showing up reduces everyone's HP, though.
Ouch. But the best is Purunga Shenron. You get 3 wishes out of 4 options. Revive someone, get a Z-Star card, full HP Kai restore, or just get more EXP. Always good to see him pop up.
Oh, and there's a house icon card, too. Does nothing. Just nothing.
Yeah. And there's that other quirky thing, the 2DQ version battles.
Right. Once you level up enough, you start getting these little chibi battles on the map.
But here's the truly weird part. You can't control them. No cards, nothing. And you're apparently more likely to die in them. It just makes you ask why. Why put in a battle mode that's less interactive and seemingly less effective?
Yeah, it's a real head-scratcher. You can choose settings like all 2D or all 3D battles, but the video analysis pretty much says just stick to 3D. It's just more efficient. Okay, so let's circle back to the game's core identity then. The source calls it simple to the extreme. You can barely beat it in about an hour and a half. No bugs, no cheats needed. Just play it.
And that gets right to the heart of the video's question. Is it a godly game or a bad game? This extreme ease, the fact you don't need to grind levels, that's key. It puts all the emphasis on card management and your team setup, not raw stats.
Yeah, the main strategy boils down to have more characters and more cards. Levels don't really matter.
Yeah.
So the advice is basically run from random fights whenever you can. Okay, Chapter 1. It's kind of the Saiyan arc-ish. You start in West City. Right away, it's a weird fetch quest for dynamite in a cave. You can only carry one spick, but you can go back for more infinitely, which is odd. Then back to West City for HP. Then fly to a weird mountain, use dynamite, get the 1-star Dragon Ball.
Okay. But then comes the really annoying fetch quest.
Oh yeah. The 6-star ball is inside a dinosaur, so you need herbs from a house. Then back to West City for laxatives from a pharmacist. Then back to the dinosaur. The reviewer's comment was perfect. Why not just blast the dinosaur? I mean, it's DBZ.
Right.
Yeah.
Seems like the obvious solution.
Anyway, after that ordeal, back near the dynamite cave, use more dynamite on guards, fight the first boss, who's apparently weaker than normal enemies. So anticlimactic. Chapter 2. Now you're Vegeta. Map smaller, simpler this time. Go to the castle, there's a barrier. Destroy 2 magnetic fields, barrier down. Boss inside. Also super weak. Vegeta handles it easily. No grinding needed.
And here's where it connects back to the manga again. The Namekians on Earth summon Purunga, and you, the player, get 2 wishes. This is critical. If you want that super fast, no leveling run, the video says you must pick Senzu beans twice. Each wish gives up to 5, so you can get 10 total. Absolutely vital for later.
Got it. Okay, next up. Mechanical Frieza and King Cold show up. This is just a survival fight. 3 turns. Just swap characters and nobody dies. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Then Trunks arrives. Cool entrance scene. One-shots both Frieza and Cold. Very cool.
Yep. Then Goku returns. Another cool scene. Super Saiyan transformation alongside Trunks.
And Trunks gives the warning. Androids in 3 years. Goku's heart disease. He gives Goku the medicine. Chapter 3. Vegeta's training. He's alone again. And the analysis stresses. Don't waste time leveling here, even if some guides say to. The strategy is just brute force. Charge the castle. The boss is supposedly insanely strong.
But with those 10 Senzu beans you hopefully wish for, plus heart cards, you can just tank the damage. Heal under 250 HP. Should only cost you maybe 6 or 7 Senzus. Just plow through.
Chapter 4. Now the Earthlings training. Piccolo and Gohan aren't here, so it's a bit tougher. Recommended to run from small enemies again. Go right to a house. Someone tells you 3 other houses have invaders and hostages. Rescue them all, then you can go back to the first house for free HP Kai restoration. But here's where the reviewer got frustrated. Why are the enemies and hostages in all 3 houses exactly the same? Seems like lazy design, maybe.
Feels that way. After clearing them, there's a path below the first house to the boss. Now, this boss has a lot of HP, so the strategy is, before fighting, you really need to farm some good cards. Get matching styles, get fist cards, especially Guru's attack boost. Save your best cards for Tien and Yamcha, have them gather ki first turn, then unleash Tien's ki Goho, Yamcha's spirit ball, big damage. Guru's card makes it even better. The source finished this around level 33, again showing levels aren't the main thing.
Okay, after that, some training sequences. Piccolo, Gohan, and Goku train. You pick 2 cards, the same style, 2 characters.
Yeah.
Succeed. It's infinite, apparently. But the devices just lose on purpose to save time, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it really tells you something about the game's priorities, doesn't it?
Then the Vegeta's 300x gravity training. Like in Z2, summing numbers. But here, the sum can't go over 16. You don't even choose the cards. Winning ups the gravity by 20x.
But what's interesting is Vegeta's only playable in his solo chapters. Otherwise, he's an NPC. So the advice again is, just destroy the gravity machine quickly. End the training. Don't waste time on it. It feels like the game almost wants you to skip stuff.
Wild. Okay. Chapter 5. Cooler's Revenge. Cooler invades Earth. Now, online guides might say find the 7 Dragon Balls here, but the analysis is like, why bother finding Dragon Balls? Just go fight Cooler.
Ha! Yeah, just fly straight to the bottom left on the map, take him out.
It's an all-for-one style boss fight.
Yeah.
And you have Super Saiyan Vegeta helping as an NPC, so it's apparently pretty easy.
But wait, there's a really crucial what-if here, a potential branching path. To get the storyline where Goku doesn't get the heart virus later, you must beat transformed Cooler in just 3 turns.
3 turns? Wow, that sounds tough.
It is. You need a good hand, maybe some luck. Super Saiyan Goku's Kamehameha only does about 350 damage, and it takes a turn just to transform. So you basically need Guru's attack boost card, or maybe strong NPC help, it's a tight window.
Huh. Wonder how many people managed that or even knew about it. So that choice of face chapter 6.
Exactly. It determines if Goku is available and healthy for the final act.
Right, chapter 6. The Androids in Cell arc, or what should be the finale, starts with Yajirobe failing the Senzu bean delivery. His car is destroyed. That alerts everyone that the androids don't have readable key. The source calls this the most frustrating level. Huge map, you have to find the androids. And all the NPC clues are in Japanese, so you pretty much need a guide.
Yeah, that sounds rough. Your teams start split up too. Goku, Piccolo, Gohan if Goku's healthy. Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chiaotzu. Good news is no random encounters on this map, at least.
You eventually track down Android 19 near a specific tree. All 3 teams have to gather there.
And Vegeta joins right before the fight. You beat Android 19. Then Trunks shows up again, says wrong androids. Dr. Gero flees to a cave. Inside, he activates 17 and 18. They kill him. Then they activate 16. This is the Ressen Jinzōningen part, the fierce battle.
But here's the thing. Even though this is where the Z-Fighters got demolished in the manga, the game makes it hard to actually lose. Apparently, if you do have Goku because he avoided the heart virus, your team is described as God tier. You can even seal the androids away.
So the stakes feel lower than they should.
Seems like it. There is an optional fight if Goku is healthy. Goku versus Android 16, one-on-one. That one is challenging, apparently. No allies, just your cards and Senzu beans. A real test.
Okay, so after the android stuff, Piccolo fuses with Kami, senses a new evil energy. Not the androids, it's Cell, the final boss, and his first form.
And how tough is he?
According to the source. Very weak. Beat him easily at level 36 with just Piccolo.
Wow, okay, so you beat first form Cell, and then, the ultimate anticlimax. After 3 turns of fighting him, Cell uses Solar Flare. Escapes. You see his second form's face for a second. And the game ends. That's it.
Wait, what? It just ends?
Yep, the reviewer was just floored. The game just ends. They didn't even finish Cell. Unbelievable.
Okay, well, that certainly explains the mixed reviews, doesn't it? That feeling of incompleteness must have been huge, especially compared to the manga story. Was it rushed? Did they plan a sequel that never happened?
Who knows? But yeah, Dragon Ball Z3 didn't get a Z4. The next game was a side story, Saiyan Extermination Plan.
And the analysis pointed out that DBZ RPGs on the Super Famicom basically stopped after one more title, Super Saiyan Densetsu. It really makes you wonder why that RPG style didn't stick around longer for Dragon Ball Z. Seemed like a good fit.
So summing it up, mixed reviews. Our source felt it was too simple, too much random filler plot, missed what made Z2 good.
But despite all that, the conclusion was still, it's okay. A decent way to kill an hour or 2 on an emulator, especially if you're nostalgic. It's a quick, if very strange trip through that part of the story.
What a fascinating deep dive, though. Dragon Ball Z3. Promise Super Saiyan, promise card battles, delivers super short, super easy game with some truly bizarre quests and an ending that just stops.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Can a game be good if it's over in 90 minutes? Or if it actively tells you not to level up? It's definitely a unique snapshot of game design then, and how tricky adapting source material can be. Sometimes they nail it, sometimes not so much.
So maybe something for you, our listener, to chew on. Does that kind of extreme simplicity being maybe too easy actually make a game more replayable for a quick fix, or does it just diminish its overall impact? We hope this dive gave you some food for thought and maybe a few laughs at the absurdity of it all. Until next time, keep diving deep into whatever sparks your curiosity.